But his own worldview didn't allow for there to be meaning in what he believed he was doing. We were sitting at a dinner with a friend. My wife and I were sitting at dinner with two friends, and one of them was an atheist. He was he was a Muslim, and he became an atheist. And he's a physician, and he's a wildly successful physician, really, really helps a lot of people. He goes overseas all the time and does medical missions there. And he was telling us about some of this stuff. And so I was probing and asking him some questions and about his faith or his lack thereof and how he came to that position in that place, but also asking him about his profession and why he did what he did. And he said that he just wants to help people. And so my wife said, well, what wakes you up in the morning? What inspires you? What gets you up? You know, sometimes people are just, you know, I do this for a living. I do this whole talking and speaking and asking questions for a living. My wife helps me along in this, but she's got her own life and she does things that are totally different. But it takes someone like that, someone who's just so real and so right to the point to ask the best question. What wakes you up in the morning? It's simple. It's about purpose. It's about meaning. And he says, oh, people, helping people. You know, a very Miss America question kind of answer. Helping people, you know, inspires me and wakes me up in the morning. And so I was going to be a smart aleck, and I said, why? He said, what do you mean, why? I'm like, no, why? Like, what about that? How does that inspire you? He says, well, it's a dumb question. I'm like, well, is it? Because you just got done telling me that you think we're just basically chemical machines. We're just big, advanced chemical machines. So if we're just big, advanced chemical machines who have no destiny of our own at some point beyond this world, how are you a physician who help people at their most vulnerable? Or are you just an expensively educated mechanic? You're just one robot working on other robots. Where's the meaning in that? He didn't like that. Because he was realizing that there's an invalidation to his noble calling, and he felt it was noble, and he was right. But his own worldview didn't allow for there to be meaning in what he believed he was doing. But if there is a God, if there's something beyond this life, if you and I persist, if there is something immaterial and intangible, but also very real in each one of us, then when we pass on from this life, what we do echoes into eternity. It indeed does matter, because Teresa gave her life in service to the orphans of India, and Adolf Hitler ended his life in service to himself. And if there is no afterlife, then they got the same reward, oblivion. But if there is something beyond this world, then the concepts that we hear so often now in the media, like justice, like fairness, like equality, these concepts actually matter because they matter beyond my life.